I have a dream that one day for we are opposed around the world by a monolithic and ruthless conspiracy.
A new world order. There is the very real prospect of a new world order.
Wake the fuck up.
What we need in the United States is not division, violence, and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another, and a feeling of justice toward those who still suffer.
I'm really, really tired of the manipulation. I'm tired of how the press is manipulating everything that's been happening in this situation. They do not tell the truth. They're liars. You gotta remember something. The minute I started breaking the all-time record in record sales, I broke Elvis's records, I broke Beatles' records. The minute it became the all-time best-selling albums in history in the Guinness Book of World Records, overnight they called me a freak, they called me a homosexual, they called me a child molester. They said I tried to bleach my skin. They made everything to turn the public against me. And this was all complete conspiracy. You have to know that.
Let me just say this. The tradition of great performers and I really want you to hear what I have to say. The tradition of great performers from Sammy Davis Jr. to James Brown to Jackie Wilson to Fred Astaire, Gene Kelly. The story is usually the same though, you know, these guys work really hard at their craft, but the story ends the same. They usually are broken, torn, and usually just sad, and the story is very sad in the end. Because the companies take advantage of them. They really do. And Sony being being the artist that I am at Sony, I've generated several $1 billion for Sony, several billion, and they really thought that my mind is always on music and dancing, and it usually is, but they never thought that this performer, myself, would outthink them. So we can't let them get away with what they're trying to do, because now I'm a free agent. Yeah. I just owe Sony one more album. It's just a box set, really. It's with 2 new songs, which I've written ages ago. So I'm leaving Sony a free agent. Owning half of Sony. So I own half of Sony's publishing, and I'm leaving them, and they're very angry at me because of it, but I just did good business, you know. And Tommy Mottola is a devil. I'm not supposed to say what I'm going to say right now, but I have to let you in on a secret.
Say it.
So, please don't videotape what I'm going to say, okay? Turn that off, please. Know what?
Oh! Michael is getting gangster today! Yeah.
Mariah Carey, after divorcing Tommy, came to me crying. She was crying so badly I had to hold her. And she said to me that this is an evil man. And Michael, this man follows me, she said. He taps her phones. And he's very, very evil, and she doesn't trust him. And he is a horrible human being. And we have to continue our drive until he's terminated.
Oh!
But still, I promise you, the best is yet to come.
Yes!
Greed, money, somewhere greed got in there, and somebody, I can't quite say, but it has to do with money. But money is the root of all evil, as you know, the love of money.
How has it impacted
my
touring, record sales?
Album's #1 all over the world. All over the world. America's the only one because, I don't want to say too much.
But it's not #1 in the United States.
It's conspiracy, yeah. I don't want to say too much. I'm done.
But then they shifted from the focus of the trial to saying you are broke. And last week people calling in all around the nation saying, is Michael broke? Michael, are you broke?
That's not true at all. It's just one of their many schemes to embarrass me and to just drag me through mud. And it's the same pattern like I told you with these other people in the past. It's the same pattern. So don't believe any of this, this is tabloid, sensationalized kind of gossip.
Well, how did the money issue get in the first place? A number of people called saying they thought it was about the Sony catalog. What's in that catalog?
In my Sony catalog is all the Beatles music, all of, Little Richard's music. I own Sly and the Family Stone. I own such a volume of I own Elvis, so many Elvis it's worth a lot of money, and there is a big fight going on right now as we speak about that. Now, I can't say whether or not. I can't comment on it. There's a lot of conspiracy. I'll say there's a lot of conspiracy going on as we speak.
Well, it was suggested by a number of your friends and family members that this fight really is more about this catalog issue than it is anything else. Do you believe that?
Well, you know, I don't want to comment. I don't want to make a comment, Jesse. It's a real delicate issue.
Is there anything that you will do differently when this season is over?
Is there anything that I would do
differently when this season is over?
My level of trust will change, and because there's a lot of conspiracy going on. I'll say that much. A lot of it.
Do you think
all around me?
Is the conspiracy connected to the celebrity, or to the trial, or to the catalog? What do you think the source of it is?
I can't comment, Jesse. I don't want to, because I'm under gag order, and it's a very, very serious thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing with the wrong flavor. It's a very delicate area. There's a very delicate where we are now.
What we need in the United States is not division, violence, and lawlessness, but is love and wisdom and compassion toward one another, and a feeling of justice toward those who still suffer.
The secrets and magic of nature. That's why it makes me so angry when I see these things that are happening, you know. That every second I hear the size of a football field is torn down in the Amazon. I mean, that kind of stuff really bothers me. That's why I write these kind of songs, you know. Give some sense of awareness and awakening and hope to people. I love the planet. I love trees. I have this thing for trees and the colors and changing of leaves. I love it. I respect those kind of things. I have an important message to give, okay?
Nobody could keep that big a secret. Somebody blow the whistle.
And every once in a while, some poor little sucker tries. Well, like these guys. Boom! Boom! Every one of these guys, dead, dead, dead!
I'm done.
I'm a dead man. Oh, come on, don't look so shocked. We had to monitor everybody you knew. How do you think we kept it a secret for so long? So we just killed anybody who tried to talk? Anybody who tried to talk was not just an enemy of the state, they're an enemy of humanity.
The director of the Louvre was an enemy of humanity?
After he called a press conference, he was!
This is the final curtain call. Governmental, they who? It starts with us. It's us. This will never be done. If we don't fix it now, it's at the point of no return. This is our last.
was frightened that, you know, his children and their children weren't going to have a planet that was recognizable.
Or else it's irreversible damage we've done.
Are we safe now?
Means to care for each other, and civilization means to work together to create a better life. The moment we stop fighting for each other, that's the moment that we lose our humanity.
This is it. I want to show them talent like they've never seen before. So give your all. I love you all. We're a family. Just know that. We're a family. Yeah. We have to bring love back into the world, to remind the world that love is important. Love is important. Love each other. We're all one. It's a message. And take care of the planet. So 4 years to get it right, or else it's irreversible damage we've done. So we have an important message to give, okay? It's important, but I thank you for your cooperation so far. Thank you, a big thank you.
I don't have to tell you things are bad. Everybody knows things are bad. It's a depression. Everybody's out of work or scared of losing their job. The dollar buys a nickel's worth. Banks are going bust. Shopkeepers keep a gun under the counter. Punks are running wild in the street. There's nobody anywhere who seems to know what to do, and there's no end to it. We know the air is unfit to breathe, and our food is unfit to eat. We sit watching our TVs while some local newscaster tells us that today we had 15 homicides and 63 violent crimes, as if that's the way it's supposed to be. We know things are bad, worse than bad. They're crazy. It's like everything everywhere is going crazy, so we don't go out anymore. We sit in the house, and slowly the world we're living in is getting smaller, and all we say is, please, at least leave us alone in our living rooms. Let me have my toaster and my TV and my steel-belted radios, and I won't say anything. Just leave us alone. Well, I'm not going to leave you alone.
Sadly, we live in a state of fear. Every day we hear of war on the news, on the radio, and television. In the newspapers, always of war. We hear of nations hurting each other, of neighbors hurting each other, of families hurting each other, and of children killing each other. We must learn to live and love each other before it's too late. We have to stop. We have to stop the prejudice. We have to stop the hating. We have to stop living in fear of our own neighbors. I would like all of you now to take the hand of the person to the left and to the right of you. Go ahead, right now. I mean it. Don't be shy. Do it, 'cause it starts now. To the person next to you, to the left and the right. I mean it, right now. Go ahead. Don't be shy. Do it. Do it. Now tell the person next to you that you care for them. Tell them that you care for them. Tell them that you love them. Tell them that you love them. This is what makes the difference. Together, together, we can make a change in the world. Together, we can help to stop racism. Together, we can help to stop prejudice. We can help the world live without fear. It is our only hope. And without hope, we are lost.